So today we're continuing our brand new series in Season 1, and we're running some more Nightmare Dungeons. For this dungeon, the affixes are our healing received is increased by 10%, which is good for us. There's also a drifting shade that chases us and explodes us, and also silences if we stand under it, and monsters attack 20% faster. Welcome everybody. If you're just joining, I'm BearCozy. We started together a brand new series recently for the upcoming, or for this actually season. It's no longer upcoming, it's here. We are on Season 1. We're playing a rogue. There's the shade that chases us. And we are continuing the series. Now, I started off with level 1 and talked about how to level faster. And you could see the progression there. The first video, I believe we stopped around level 14. The second video went to like level 24, something like that. And then in the third video, we did some more leveling, ran some more strongholds. I have since made a few more videos since then. Let's get out of that. I have since made a few more videos since then talking about how I leveled really fast, what the best experience in my opinion was, which strongholds to run for the best experience. And then we have a little bit of a gap because I've been leveling really fast since making the video 1 to level 50 in one day. Apparently that's doing pretty good. Lots of you want to know how to get to level 50 in one day. I went over that briefly. I didn't want to make that video too long. So what we're doing in this series is we're actually going through, we're running dungeons together. I am a lot higher in this video than I was in the last video because I did stop to make a couple of tutorials and a couple of videos on what's good and what the best experiences are. We did find a butcher. I don't think this is going to be good for us with the drifting shade. He's a little bit higher than us, which isn't bad. But at this point of the game, I don't think I have enough sustain to take him toe-to-toe. But we're going to try it. Hopefully we do okay. If we don't get stunned, wow, he just goes ham. He stuns us and then he goes nuts. So in these videos, we are running dungeons together, which is a lot of fun. And then we are checking the progression as well, right? For us, or for me in general, like for me, the fun is in the progression. And that is what I really enjoy doing. So we're going to do this together. I want to get out of that. And he still charges, so I did need a little bit more movement speed. There we go. Rain of fire coming out. That should help a lot. Don't want to put my back towards the wall because he does stun. Between him and the shade. But I think we're doing okay. Not too bad. There's a couple of potions. I think we're going to grab those. And I think we found some more aggro. So that's not necessarily the best. Want to definitely get out of that. Try not to die to that for sure. So we're doing okay right now. The only problem is the butcher. I don't have a whole lot of sustain, but I think we're doing okay. I'll try to kill this before the butcher gets us. So that's pretty good. We did that. Let's get out of the nightshade. Butcher is a bully. Butcher is a bully. But we should be able to get him. And then, of course, right as he's got no life, look at what he did. Wow. All right, well, that's the thing. So how many layers does he have? That's the question. I'm all out of potions. Oh, speaking of layers, he's dead. Thank God he's dead. So what we are doing in this series is we're running dungeons together. I have been making progress videos because I really enjoy progress, but I am a few levels higher than I was in the last video, as I mentioned, because I stopped to make a couple of videos on the best strongholds and exactly how I hit level 50. So if you are curious, if you are just starting to play the game, or if you have or if you haven't been playing the game and you want to know how to level to 50 in one day, I did make a video about that. Following the best optimal path for leveling, that works out really well, even after the nerfs. One of the comments I've gotten is, this doesn't work because the new patch came out, there's been nerfs, and it doesn't work. And my response was, well, it does, because I got to 50 in just under 12 hours of playtime. Took a day, but for me, I had to stop, made 3 videos in one day, took a little break. And we're doing good. So what you can expect here is we're going to continue. We're going to play together. And we're going to level together. Right now, the plan is to speed run dungeons. Which is difficult because in this dungeon we have to kill all of the enemies. Plus the nightshade is making it difficult for us. But the plan is to speed run dungeons as fast as we can. to upgrade our gear. The gear is not the best. I have random gear. It is nowhere near optimized. I was hoping that wasn't cursed, but we actually don't need it. I think we're going to move on. Let's continue. Since we don't have to slay all the enemies, usually what I do is I run through all this stuff and I go right for the end, and that allows us to get maximum experience. These we can kill. We don't have to. Right now, I don't have anything that gives me a damage bonus when we're killing elites, so I typically don't kill these too much because it just slows us down. But usually, wow, nice freeze there. And the rain of arrows is awesome coming off. That is coming off our bow, and that's actually making things good. So usually what I typically do is I run through all this stuff, try not to stop, and I try to grab only the objectives and complete the dungeon. That allows us for maximal experience, max rewards as well for loot. So that works out really, really well. And the plan is to get rain of arrows off of our basic attack. That is, by the way, on the... Try not to die there. That is actually on our ranged weapon. Our basic attacks grant us 10% chance to get Rain of Arrows. Rain of Arrows does a lot more damage, which helps out. And okay, we got one guy left. The other thing that, as you can see, I'm already level 57. I did take a break, spent some time with family today, which was very nice. You got to have a balance. Got to have a nice balance there. So I could have been probably in the 60s, but, you know, you got to have a nice balance. I don't want to just sit home and play video games all day. So we got one guy left. Tree Bone. He's poison. Trying to get out of that. That's never fun because it just freezes us up. Silences completely. Can't do anything. And just like that, it's over. So the plan is to try and get as many rewards as we can to upgrade our gear. And of course, level the glyph. So right now I'm leveling control until we find our frozen boots. That's the plan. So one down. Let's go for a few more. We're going to hang out. We're going to spend some time and have fun. So we're already level 57. We are running, sometimes we're running 5s, sometimes we're running 8s, depending on how much damage we do, and it honestly depends on the dungeon. This dungeon right here, we find 20% more gold, which is good. Killing a monster has a chance to spawn blood blisters, and monsters deal 15% additional damage, physical damage as fire. So that is not good for us. This one might be a little rough. Jumping into this dungeon, one thing that's helping me right now, as I've mentioned before, lucky hit. On our crossbow, your marksman skills have up to 10% chance to create a storm at the enemy's location, a storm of arrows. So 3,000 damage over 3 seconds. And marksman skill is puncture is considered a marksman skill. The other thing that's really helping me is these boots. Dealing direct damage to a vulnerable enemy has a 35% chance to daze them for 2 seconds. That's given us a lot more survivability. We did recently pick up a unique dagger, so that's helping out. Your core skills deal 24% increased damage when spending combo points. That is really, really good. Basic skills using this weapon have 30% chance to generate 3 combo points. So essentially it's giving us more damage. The next thing that's really helping out is the second Paragon board. You could see I pretty much went straight up and right to the legendary node, Tricks of the Trade. Marksman skills grant cutthroat skills 25% and vice versa. So puncture is a marksman skill, and then flurry is a cutthroat skill. So whenever we use one, the other one gets enhanced. So that is helping us. That is allowing us to run dungeons fast. Other than that, we're just flying by the seat of our pants. Not really a whole lot going on there other than what's there. So the gear is fairly random. And nothing is optimized. The blood boils, we do have to be very, very careful. These guys, I don't typically stop too much because we don't really need them. If we don't need them, the name of the game is to run stuff really, really fast. I found a goblin to maximize rewards if we can. Rain of Arrows helps a lot with the DPS, at least for right now. At some point we'll drop it, but for right now it's helping a lot. This is nowhere near finished. We're still leveling, but the damage is pretty good. You can see level 61 goes down, and oh, we got blood blister. I don't think I can hide behind walls. Probably need to kill that, but I believe we did get mounts. We got a reins of a mount we just picked up, so that's really good. Let's go ahead and dispatch of him, and then we're gonna take a look at what we got. Oof, he hurts us. Next guy. So this is kind of how I run. For those of you that want to know how to speed run dungeons, pick a class that runs fast, and then you want to go from objective to objective. You can kill everything, you don't have to. The idea is to, not this way, the idea is to just run them as fast as you can, get the gear. And that is actually how I've gotten 15 uniques in one day before the season starts. Right now, I think I have 4 uniques, and I'm still working on it. By the way, I am 2 days in. This is day 3, I think, so I'm 3 days in at this point into the season. Not sure when this video will go live, but that is how I farm uniques. So this guy is really good. I'm really enjoying the rogue. The damage resistance aura does make it a little bit tricky, but not too bad. And I am running Flurry, so if you are wondering, the Flurry Rogue is still really, really good. I'm running my own variation with the Dark Shroud because I like the increased movement speed from the Dark Shroud. Okay, we have to collect the Animus. Let's go ahead and explode that. Dark Shroud, by the way, explodes. That's kind of really cool. I'm really enjoying that skill. Been using that. That is coming off of one of my rings, if you are wondering. So that is coming off one of my rings here. 18% chance, 18% incoming damage is absorbed, and then it's released. So I use that when I need extra DPS. So that's working out really nice. Let's jump over here, and then if we need to, we can just explode them for extra DPS. The Rain of Arrows comes out from our ranged weapon, which is awesome. And there we go. We're probably going to get frozen. Maybe not. One guy left. Let's jump in here. Rogue has really, really good mobility. He has a really, really good control as well. And then those boots that we have 35% chance to daze our enemy, which is really good. So that's given us a lot more control. Essentially, we take a lot less damage. So really enjoying the boots. That is how I typically tend to run. Otherwise, the rogue is kind of squishy. I am using my basic skill quite a bit. I'm trying to get that Rain of Arrows to come out. That is fantastic for clearing large groups of enemies. Sometimes it's only a 10% chance, so sometimes it triggers a lot, and other times it doesn't trigger at all. Where'd these guys go? There we go. I seen them, was about to shadow step here, but it didn't work out. All right, I guess we're done. This side is done. So the idea here is to do 5-minute runs. And that is what I try to do. Deposit that while the door is opening. We can... Is there anything? Nope. Looked like a heart that dropped. Moving on. So we're moving into the next portion here. Things typically blow up. We don't have a ton of... We got a lot of sustain on regular mobs. Blast Wave would have been nice on the Butcher. Regular mobs just explode. Butcher is tough. So the one thing that we need for him, he just does too much damage. I feel like he's overtuned. The one thing that we need for him is just a lot more healing. If we had healing on our gloves, that would work out. Okay, maximum security key. So this was actually really quick. Use the maximum security key on the maximum security door. So wherever that is going to be, we have to find it. Probably don't even need to go in here. But I feel like the experience is coming along really well. There's a blood blister. Want to get out of that. Find the door. Here's the door. So this was really, really quick. Really enjoying these runs. I'm enjoying making these videos, and I am trying to make these videos a little bit longer because I know some of you have requested slightly longer videos. You're enjoying the videos and you want to see more than 8 to 10 minutes. So I am going to be making them 20 to 25 minutes. Hopefully you are enjoying these runs. Now I am coming up on level 58, and you can see this guy just is doing so much damage, the rogue. So that, ooh, right there on the hairy edge. So I am going to be level 58. We do have a nice necklace. Boots are okay. The pants are okay as well. Right now we're farming Nightmare Sigils, and I am leveling up the glyph, and we are trying to farm as many dungeons as we can to get more sacreds. That is how we get more sacreds. So we're going to continue these runs. These are going to be a lot more fun. And by the way, I got a shield mount Ovariat that dropped as a cosmetic trophy. So that was really, really nice. All right. We'll take it. So there we go. That's going to do it for this video. Do me a huge favor. Hit the like and a subscribe. And to keep watching my seasonal progress, check out the top right.